Dear future me. I do not have a script today. This is very off the cuff, but I want to get my rep in and talk about how I've been feeling. So this one might not be as informational, but more just kind of a observation of what's going on and how I've been living life these days. So I want to start by saying I've been living in the moment a lot, which is interesting. It feels very different. It feels very, very different from how I feel like I've been living the past few months. Like, okay, let me get into it a little bit. So I feel like these days I've been living so, like, sporadically and just doing whatever I feel like. And the really odd thing about that is I have been very naturally, like, motivated to, like, make music, which is very odd and a little bit counterintuitive to some degree for me. And I think it's interesting though because it's kind of coming at a cost of like me keeping everything like in order, quote unquote. Like it's almost a little bit of like I don't want to say reverting to like my younger self in a sense, but like I'm like not stressing myself about those like housekeeping responsibilities. So like I'm being so real for a second. Like I'll like eat lunch or whatever and I'll leave that dish there for like hours. Like basically until dinner time until I feel like getting around to cleaning it, which it's interesting because I sure I'm like, like making a mess and like leaving it there, but when I allow myself to do stuff like that, I just gravitate towards like making music. And it's so odd because I literally ate lunch today and I just felt compelled to write. I just came into my office, started writing, started playing guitar, and I'm like, maybe this is good. Like, I don't know yet. Like, and I think like as it's been kind of mentioned in my past few videos, like I think I'm finally in a place now where I've really internalized like I have my living situation situated for real this time, and now I can just execute on my life. As I've been saying, I don't have to worry about, oh, I'm missing this, or oh, I need to plan this, or this needs to get done around the house. I'm just like allowing myself to live now, and it's like I don't want to go out and just straight up say it's a bad thing, but it is an interesting thing. It's a new way of living and it's a new perspective I've had in my head as I live my day to day. And it's very, very, like, I don't know. It feels very like, what's the word? Like last minute or like sporadic or like, yeah, it just feels very like dynamic, I guess. And like my life is very, I don't know, like I'm just allowing myself to do these random things and like do whatever I feel like, and it's kind of nice, honestly. And like I've been hanging out with friends more, and I've been going out more and just hanging out with other people. I don't know. It's a weird time right now. It's a weird time. I think I'm gonna allow myself to experience this and like live this like unorganized life. Like when I say these things, like I'm talking about like I leave my laundry in the hamper for like the whole like laundry cycle. Like I said, I leave the dishes out as long as possible. I don't clean around the house. I get a new package and it just kind of sits there. It's like I'm not like quote unquote on top of things, but I'm feeling secure about it. I'm feeling fine about it. It's not stressing me out. But it's weird. Like it's allowing me to be creative musically. And honestly, like I'm not like particularly like following up on my routine necessarily, but I don't know, dude. It's so odd because like I said in the past, like any time that I've like done music stuff and it felt right, it was in this kind of chaotic environment where everything was very like last minute and like I just was doing whatever I feel. So I don't know. It's very interesting. I don't want to just write it off and say, oh, this is bad. Oh, I've fallen off. Because like in all reality, I think I'm like still working towards my goals, if not more motivated than when I had my shit together, quote unquote. Like when I had the routine going, I'm like, okay, after I eat, I gotta take care of the dishes or whatever. So I feel like when I was in that mindset, I was like, quote unquote, productive externally. And I was like to outside people I look like I'm put together, but like now that I've allowed myself to kind of like slack on some of these less important things and like allow my mental energy to just do what it wants, like I feel like I'm more motivated to work towards my goals. So maybe this is good. I don't know if it will result in me actually finishing music, but I'm gonna try it. I'm really open to it this time. I'm gonna try it. So yeah, pretty short one. I think I might just end it there, to be honest. But Yeah, so just wanted to share this weird spot in time I'm in. But yeah, hope this helps in the future. Don't know if it will, but have a great day. Goodbye.